Welcome to Talk FCB and welcome back here to the channel, guys, and we are going to be going through some football related news right here in today's video. And what it is actually is a bit of a surprise news roundup, simply because I wanted to bring you the news, the full story of Paco Alcácer's move to Borussia Dortmund on a permanent deal. I also wanted to discuss with you some issues with Gerard Piqué that I really want your thoughts on, and then obviously later on tonight came the unexpected news of a potential doping scandal involving a certain player at a certain club that we will be coming on to at the end of the video, so strap yourselves in. This is going to be a bumpy ride. But if we first of all start with that Paco Alcácer news, which has now become official from Borussia Dortmund, who confirmed today that Paco Alcácer has officially joined Dortmund on a permanent deal after the German club activated their buy option to make his loan deal become a permanent one. And it doesn't really come as a huge surprise, obviously, given that both Dortmund and Paco Alcácer have both shown really a big desire to make that move permanent. Dortmund are very, very happy with him. Favre, the coach, really happy with Paco and what he's given to the team. And Paco Alcácer, he's very settled right now in Dortmund, playing probably the best football of his career, and he's really, really happy with life in Germany. And Paco so far has scored 8 goals in 9 games for BVB, including a winning goal at the start of this month against Bayern Munich, and that basically saw Dortmund extend their lead and really strengthen their position at the top of the Bundesliga standings. They're on fire right now, and Paco has been a really big part of that. And it's also as well, of course, his recent success under Luis Enrique with the Spanish national team. Paco's got a recall there. He's been scoring goals for Spain. The 24 million that Borussia Dortmund have paid us to sign Alcácer, it really does look right now like an absolute steal in the modern market. That really looks like an insignificant transfer fee in the grand scheme of things. They've signed Alcácer on a permanent deal until 2023, paying the 24 million option we agreed back in the summer when we chose to loan out Paco following the arrival of Munir back into the squad. We loaned Paco out, we agreed the fee then, and Dortmund since then have had that option. Today they've activated it, and the German club may also pay a further 5 million euros in variables and add-ons should those be met over the coming seasons while Paco is their player. And we've also retained the right to 5% of any future profit that Dortmund make on Paco Alcácer should he move in his future career, which combined really with his 2 million loan fee, the 24 million up front that we're going to get, and potential add-ons as well, we will probably just about reclaim the 30 million euros that we spent to sign him from Valencia back in 2014. But like I say, in the current market, you would be expecting to get an awful lot more than that right now for a striker that is bang in form. But all in all, Paco Alcácer leaves Barcelona, I think, to be honest, with all of our very best wishes. He's always a player who's been very professional all throughout his Barcelona career. He gave his everything, no matter what the circumstances were. He's made 50 appearances in total during his time at the club, scoring 15 goals, some of them quite important ones as well, scoring in the Copa del Rey final, and really trying to play as much of a part as he could. But I think really, we all feel as though Paco Alcácer was never really given a true run in the team. He was never given a proper run, an extended run, to get some confidence, to get some familiarity in this Barcelona setup. He was never truly counted on, not by Luis Enrique, not by Ernesto Valverde, as a true Barcelona number 9. It didn't happen here, but like I say, as a player who always gave his all, I'm extremely glad that he's found a home in Dortmund, and he really has there. The fans have taken to him, he's taken to them, and he's in a style which does seem to suit him absolutely perfectly. He's a poacher there, he's scoring some good goals, he's getting in all the right areas, and I wish him all the very best in his new venture in the Bundesliga. But now I want to move on to a current Barcelona player completely on the other end of the spectrum, because we are talking about here a Barcelona legend, somebody who's won absolutely everything there is to win in the game, and he's made so many appearances over a long period of time. I'm talking, of course, about Gerard Piqué, and I simply want to get your guys' thoughts on this particular incident. Yesterday, after training finished, what was then 2 days before our game away in Madrid against Atletico, a very, very big game, a pivotal game in our La Liga season. After training yesterday, Gerard Piqué travelled from Barcelona to London for a business meeting. I believe that it was to do with the tennis business and, of course, the Davis Cup situation that he's currently involved in. And Gerard Piqué went to London on business straight after training yesterday. And obviously he was back today. He was back and he's on the plane to Madrid. He's absolutely fine. But a lot of people in the aftermath of that were saying he's a club captain. He's one of the 4 captains now. He's got to have a bit more responsibility about him. His focus should be fully on football. And some people as well said, if that was Ousmane Dembele, think of what would be said if he went straight after training on a plane to another country. Now, granted, it's not a long flight to London. It really isn't. He got back pretty much in the same day. It is his free time. So I can understand here both sides of the story. What Gerard Piqué did, there's absolutely nothing wrong with it. There's nothing in the rules that say that he shouldn't do it. And there's nothing within the club that didn't give him the permission to go and get on that flight. But at the same time, he is one of the captains. And he is one of those players at the moment who I think needs to be fully applying himself in his role at the centre of defence. All of his concentration right now should be trying to stop that ball going in the back of the net, getting himself in the right condition and the right frame of mind to go into these games and really give everything, because he is one of the players that at the start of the season and continuing into it really hasn't really hit his top form, hasn't really been the true Gerard Piqué that we all know and love. And I just wanted to get your thoughts on that. Should he right now be fully focusing on football 24 hours a day, or at least most of it on his duties as a Barcelona player, which, let's remember, he's paid very, very handsomely for? Or do you agree with it? Do you agree that he should maybe now be looking further beyond, looking to his business ventures, and what he did was absolutely fine? Like I said, I just want your thoughts. I understand both sides. I completely understand that. I really like Gerard Piqué, a player, a legend. We all love him, but I just want to get your thoughts on this matter yesterday, because like I say, if it was somebody like Dembele, you probably would have heard an awful lot more about it, particularly from those Spanish media journalists. But finally, guys, I have left my pierre de resistance for the final part of this video, and that is the doping scandal that I did mention at the start of the video. Now, for legal reasons, so, whenever in future maybe things will happen, nothing can cover this video. What I'm going to do is I'm going to say there's a certain player who plays for a certain club. Now, I'm not going to go into exactly the specifics of who exactly it is, because you know who it is. He's a clown and he plays for our arch rivals. He has actually been subject of a doping scandal in the aftermath of the 2017 Champions League final. So not last year's final against Liverpool, it was the final against Juventus in 2017. This particular player, according to Football Leaks, they're the company that keep coming out with these really big leaks in football that are going on behind the scenes, the murky business really that is the football world. And they say that this particular player took a known substance which is not banned in football, but if you do take it, you have to inform UEFA prior to games, prior to these tests, that you have taken it. According to Football Leaks, this particular player did not inform UEFA that he was taking it. He played in the Champions League final, and following that game did a test. He apparently failed, and all of this, needless to say, was brushed under the carpet by UEFA, and nothing at all was said about it again. Now, the club in question, who play in white, they have come out and completely denied these rumours by Football Leaks, and I have to stress, there has been as of yet no evidence presented against this particular player. But I just want to say this, it's not an attack of that player, it's not an attack of this club, but right throughout my time of supporting Barcelona, right throughout the Pep Guardiola era, when we were destroying teams, left, right, centre, Lionel Messi, the peak of his powers, you have heard for year in, year out, oh, if anybody is going to be doping, if anybody is going to be caught failing these tests, it's Pep Guardiola's Barcelona, it's Lionel Messi, it's Xavi, it's Iniesta. Those are the players who've done it right throughout their career. That's all you hear. When Barcelona were unbeatable, when we were invincible, that's all you'd hear about. These players were on something. And you know what? It was never ever proven. We've never gone near it, and it simply has never ever happened. And here we are, these things are starting to come out. Will we hear as much about it? Will we hear the people talking about it and slandering this particular club and this particular player? You will have to wait and see. But what I will say is, those from afar who are constantly going on about Barcelona, making kind of accusations, just take a look at yourself. You never know what can come your way, as we've seen now with this particular leak, and I am very, very interested indeed to see how far this goes, and in particular, how much this gets talked about. So like I say guys, this was very much a surprise news roundup tonight, bringing you all different types of news. Paco Alcácer to Dortmund, what are your thoughts on Gerard Piqué? And like I say, I am very, very keen to see what happens on this doping situation related to the player in question. Please leave your thoughts in the comments down below, guys. I am very, very excited to see what you have to say. I will see you tomorrow for the Atletico against Barca game. It is a massive one, and I can't wait for it. But until then, as always, Vesca el Barça!